I have now joined the short bus crew, my normal crew. Ah, yeah, Pahaba. Pahaba. Well, now that we're back here, I feel a lot better. I guess avoiding a lot of minorly controversial items in life are starting to help again. And avoiding social media. Nanika, nanika. Pew 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 pew. You'll never stop me. I'm Adam West. Golly gee willikers, Batman! Literally. That was like a mouthful of words. Still remember the Adam West Batman. Still like watching it. Even though I haven't seen every single episode of the Adam West Batman, I'm still waiting to see more. The HE-111 currently has his hands tied with the enemy. Dropping payload. Well, I hope you move the HE double hockey sticks out of the way, you freaking butt munch. Thank you. Because I don't want to be responsible for TKOs.
We're ahead of the enemy.
Next comes the Dreamcast, where I'm going to be playing the Dreamcast shortly after this stream. However, this stream will not be short. It's going to be a little long. So, you know, for those of you who like War Thunder, enjoy the stream. Feel a lot better. However, I have been experiencing a lot of manic and chronic depression as of recent, which seems to result to my negative side, which seems to be affecting my life quite periodically. But going to see, you know, the only other child that I can see in my life, going to see that child really does change my life. However, she wasn't awake today. At least not with her mom. And I'm trying to more or less be around, instead of not really being around, so that my life can balance out. What probably would have changed my life years ago, probably for a better source of actions in my life, probably would have been a child. But nowadays, I'm at that point where I just don't care too much. And it does make me a bad person for being that way. Believe me, it's going to be a hard adjustment in my life. But this adjustment should have came long ago when I was like 13. Because I probably would have woke up a long time ago and had straightened out my life more. But because people kept trying to dodge the avoid or avoid the issue or not want to do that kind of thing, it kind of led me down a darker path. And this darker path was less fruitful. Very less fruitful. Sorry, but the only way I knew I was going to be able to become a real man in my life and take care of business is if I had kids riding on the line. Most people may not know that, but that's really the only way I see fit. But since that didn't happen when I was younger, I'm definitely going to struggle when I'm older, because that transition in life isn't possible.
Keep it up. The victory will be ours.
It's not that it's impossible, it's that it's not possible. So the transition in life was going to be extraordinarily hard with the mental adjustment and everything. The mental adjustment should have happened when I was younger. Likely when I was 18, because at least then, I'd probably be an even bigger man than I am today. I try to do this on the side to try to make some kind of funding or money so that I can throw it towards my kid's mouth. Whatever I do out there in the world, whether it be mowing a yard or something legal or something completely illegal, all that money goes to my kid's mouth. Since having a real job today requires me to take an experimental shot that could probably kill me. And I don't feel like becoming a guinea pig or dying from something. So, yeah. Other than that, I have to make some kind of ends meet because I can't work in fast food without somebody pissing me off greatly. Believe me, the customer will not survive because a lot of them here in Texas are really mean and nasty. Then there was that incident where the store was being robbed and I was just standing there like a dummy. Sure, I didn't give the guy what he wanted, but I was still standing there like a dummy. In a way, a childish cartoon antic actually did prevent me from having him rob the store. And I'm gonna be real honest. I kind of pretty much Bugs Bunny'd the guy. I was acting like a complete retard the whole time.
Excellent.
You know, by saying, and you want money? And the guy was like, yes. And then I was like, from this register. Yes, I want the money from that register. Right now. Yes. Like now or now tomorrow? In a sense of a kind of way, I'm kind of pretty much a pretty big dumb guy. But does it matter that I'm that dumb guy? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I still haven't suffered any consequences like being shot in the face or anything yet. So, yeah, in some context, it actually worked out. Still not dead. Do 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 ding 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 ding. We're now gonna load up the P40 E1 model because it's really not satisfying. The B-34, a very happy designed airplane. Yes, of course I want to train the crew. I want to train them to be handicapped and dance like ballerinas. Obviously. Ass clown. Do 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 do. Do you see the B-34? Okay. Now, do you see the PV-2D? Look familiar to you? You know, looks like this. And then looks like that. Look familiar to you in any kind of way? Any kind of way at all, look familiar. I don't know. Maybe it's the tail gunner design, the way the door looks, the cockpit, you know, obviously. And then the nose cone was just completely changed out. Still looks like the same motors. A Pat & Whitney R2800. 18-cylinder radial. Okay, now let's go over here. We'll take a look at this one. Pat & Whitney R2800. 31 18-cylinder radial. That's interesting. This one doesn't have that extra cone piece onto it. But this one does. Is that the cooling and everything all combined into one? I guess it is. This vehicle in particular has a radar apparently. Why it has a radar, I don't know why. But is it useful? I still don't goddamn know. Does the fucking radar work? Yeah. So it's in a reference. This thing can get freaking machine gun pods? Oh, it is. Turn that into universal. Let's go like that. Go ahead and put on the machine gun pods. I want to see what this dumb thing looks like with machine gun pods on. It's clearly a B-34. Strawberry lemonade. For those of you who are wondering what those sounds are. Wow, that actually looks pretty cool. Let's see how this works out. Not bad. I might actually buy this and use it at top tier. Man, just look at that massive pepper. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're going to pull out the Dreamcast and switch over to Super Mario 64. Probably for later tonight. For anyone who's wondering why I'm playing these old games, is because I'm really trying to do something different. So, I got to make sure I got my Nintendo thing going on. Otherwise, if I don't got my Nintendo emulator, I'm going to have to re-download it again. And I'm going to be playing some Super Mario 64 by tonight. Oh, I guess I got nobody watching. Alright, I guess I could fart on camera if I want to. Yep. Feel a lot better. Still lacking in vitamins though. But I guess because I haven't eaten chicken in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. About a month and a half. I normally get kind of crabby from not having chicken. So I hope I'm able to make some kind of money or some kind of revenue from doing these live streams. Or just generally uploading videos. P-40E1 Warhawk. I think that's the name of a game. You'll never make it alive. I'll put whatever money I can towards my kid's mouth. I also play games, but nowadays people are a little bit too touchy on subjects like that. Oh, congratulations, guys. You couldn't back me up? Man, what a shite team. Just shites are us.
We're winning.
Oh well. What the hell is a bomber doing out of our spawn?
Somebody attack him!
You'll never make it out, H8K. Never! Fucking everyday job though is a little weird. For anyone who's wondering, my editing job has actually slowed down to a grinding halt as of recent. No new submissions, no new inquiries. Overall, although the videos did grab millions of views for the person, I was pretty much dropped as a client.
A little more effort, and victory will be ours.
Go down! Go down! Go down, I say! Down! Have a nice fall. Yeah, nice try, broke fighter.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Oh, looks like I better go back to base.
Returning to the base!
If there is one. Yeah, there is.
Keep it up, and victory will be ours.
But I think the sudden poor condition of my aircraft is actually preventing me from gaining any more speed. So that's not really healthy right now at the moment. My airplane can't gain faster speed with it being all beat up like it is now. It should be pushing quite a bit of speed right about now. Its top speed is 299. But with the damaged canopy, it refuses to gain top speed or any speed at all. I should begin the landing procedure. Game's over anyways.
Bravo!
There we go, coming in for my landing. I won the next reward. It's a backhand. I win! I win front hand, backhand! And here we go. An extra hundy. Hundy! Gotta get them hundies. Ow. Man, I just love the taste of strawberry lemonade. Sometimes. It's like it's an all-out aerial battle only. Oh, probably get rid of the Warhawk. It's not gonna last 30 seconds, but I should get rid of it anyways. It's not a lot of profit. Yeah, definitely not a lot of profit. It's all gonna go down the drain soon. But if I focus hard enough, I should be able to make this. It's like somebody went straight up without a problem. Talk about massive climb rate. Do not lower flaps above 140 miles per hour or lower landing gear or cowl flaps above 175. Before landing, prop in max cruise position. Mixture of an automatic rich flap lower landing gear or mixture lower down piston check landing gear warning. Before starting engine mixture idle cutoff main line switch. Yeah, that's pretty accurate for a startup procedure. Well, looks like I found my preliminary target. It's like someone's JU-87 seems to be boasting 37s. If I could get some damn help, this would make it a lot easier, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna get any. Yeah, get a little closer. Go on, stink meter. Get closer. I want you to.
Need backup.
Pathetic bastard. Looks like this is a one-way flight. Gotta go find a resting area.
We're winning.
Okay, still got both landing gears, that's good. There's a wide open field on my right. If I ploy this carefully, I should be able to land on that huge field. Or that strip of road, but the strip of road looks a little dicey. Had to go for the field then. This plane's in no fighting condition.
Leaving for landing.
I'd rather preserve the aircraft than to completely lose it. Well, looks like it's a straight up grind from here. Gotta bail out anyways, I'm not about to have that thing crash. If the aircraft gets completely destroyed, it'll definitely count towards a negative freaking amount. As long as it remains damaged and not completely destroyed, it'll last.
Somebody attack him.
Looks like a majority of the crew seems to be out of commission. Should probably go hunt down the FW. That's weird, but the music just suddenly stopped playing. So he's going to try to maintain his speed. But he'll bleed off all his energy at 3, 2, 1. Stalled out. Pulling hard left. Trying to straighten out. Fortunately for me, this actually works out.
Our victory is near.
Seriously, the one good wing I have is garbage. Well, this is a losing game. There's no point. Oh, that was a straight up losing game. Definitely no point. Well, looks like it's time to go with near top tier Soviet Gusher. I do have 10.7, but I don't care about it. The T80U and the T80 BVM don't change much. The T90 is alright, but it does not change the overall survivability rate. In fact, most modern MBTs have very thin armor on the left and right sides. It's like 50 or 75 millimeters thick. It's like because they expect that the massive gun that the vehicle has, that they think that you'll never have a close encounter with anyone at literally point blank. So it's literally kept thin on the sides and not so heavy in the front. The reflective plates, the ERA, all that stuff is good. However, because of how relatively thin the armor is, it's like pushing a pencil through paper. Where in this case, where I've been in this baby, where this thing has 75, I guess all around, this thing has managed to eat more rounds than most modern MBTs and still be operational. Need to switch over to high explosive. You never know.
To the designated grid zone.
Soviet Russia.
Enemy forces have captured a zone. Attention to the designated grid square. We no longer have the advantage. Attention to the map.
Yeah, that guy wants me to help him out. You say what a team, but you do realize that everybody seems to have clown card to the right.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Pretty sure as soon as I emerge from here, I'm gonna die, so... Yeah.
We no longer have the advantage.
I don't know what that did, but it seems to have done something. Maybe it's because it wasn't high explosive. The armor-piercing anti-concrete shells are only very effective with mantlet shots. When shooting directly for the gun port itself, really, dude? I shot his ass. What the actual fuck, dude? You're just gonna hand it to him like that? What kind of asinine bullshit is that? I shoot his ass with a high explosive round and I get Jack Diddley? Man, that is bullshit. Literal BS. I shoot him with a high explosive round and it goes invisible. That's it. I'm gonna take a crap on this guy with ATGMs. What BS? I shot him first. Yep, just gonna have to go ATGMs because that was complete bullshit. Yeah, you telling me to pay attention? Why, homie? You finna pay me for that complaint? Come on, dude. Make it easier for me. God damn, dude. You did not make it easier for yourself. Really, dude? What kind of dog shit was that? You have got to be fucking kidding me. Oh my fucking god, I'm never gonna fucking enjoy this game no matter what the hell I do with it. It's just shit and more shit. I swear to god, dude, this game has so much shit. It's literally coming out of every scene. I'm not gonna waste any more good tanks. Why would I waste any more good tanks on this battle anymore? I don't want to waste any more decent tanks. Oh hell no, the fucking team already lost all their ground. Man, definitely what fucking team am I on? Am I on a team full of fucking bots? Oh, fucking kill me now if it's nothing but damn bots. Yeah, you want me to pay attention to the map, Chuck E. Cheese, but your ass can't deliver. Fuck that, dude. That was fucking garbage. Unbelievable motherfucking garbage. What kind of bullshit was that, dude? The round bounced off, but still magically flew through the T-64 and still hit me? That's fucking trash. Unbelievable motherfucking trash. I'm getting real damn tired of that shit. I can't enjoy a game. I can't play America because all that shit is just shit. It's just fucking shit. I fucking hate the America tanks. Because it goes from good with all that heat, and then all of a sudden, America sputters out at 7.0. and then it goes back to APCBC and APHE, and then there's no heat. What the fuck happened to the heat? Man, it even starts with freaking lower at 6.0 where you see no heat rounds in existence. I hate America. Specifically, their branch of freaking tank research was garbage. And their M1 Abrams, you might as well just call it the fucking tin can on wheels, because that's what it is. It's just a can with a tank turret on top, with treads. If you manage to squeeze an ATGM just where the freaking driver is, you'll blow up the entire compartment. Squeeze a single armor-piercing fin stabilized round there, you'll blow up the whole compartment. Even in the newer versions of the M1 Abrams, you can still blow up the whole compartment just by hitting it in the face. Jesus, man. This is why I don't play it. I play Russia because it's nice, but what kind of bullshit is that? A round ghosting through another person but hitting the one behind it? That's garbage bullshit. That is complete garbage bullshit. Oh, the round didn't go through, went through the first tank, but it's gonna hit the one sitting behind. Yeah, makes plenty of fucking goddamn sense. In fucking La La Land with fucking Peter Pan.
Enemy forces have captured that zone.
Man, this game just pissed me off. No, I clearly see my team doesn't want to move up when your fucking Smurf should be moving up. Really, dude? I shot him. You can clearly see the fucking gun action happening. Fuck off, game. Fuck. Damn. I squeezed the trigger before that fucking ass clown, and I'm the one that's treated like I didn't shoot? Man, dude. I fucking hate America, and I hate British tanks too, dude. They're garbage. British tanks were garbage. I couldn't drive that thing to save my ass. Only one tank was worth it, and it literally looks like it has freaking welts on it. It looks like somebody had beat up the tank and left the bruises on the damn vehicle. In fact, that's probably the only good tank I actually like about Britain. Although it looks like it has a bunch of bumps all over it, at least it could take a blow. Because man, those other tanks could not, and I had those pieces of crap for a while. I hate top tier, I hate low tier. I hate every tier in this game. Everybody's still a sweaty bastard. I just had to reload the gun. Come on, dude, you're on my fucking team. Move your asses. What, you can't fucking move 10 feet?
Somebody attack him.
Fuck that, my fucking team is trash. I'm getting tired of all these garbage ass games. If I pull out the punk ass T fucking 80U and that other ridiculous T80 and then the fucking top tier garbage, nobody still wants to show up. Man, fuck top tier. Fuck all these tiers. Man, they're all fucking sad sacks of shit. Fuck that. Fuck all of this. All this you see here, fuck all that. Because you know what? This is a fucking sad piece of fucking shit. The MiG-21 was a goddamn mistake to have. Especially to have Era unlocked. Mistakes. Mistakes. All this. Mistakes. Every goddamn tier was a mistake. Playing this game literally turned out to be the biggest mistake of my life. Because you know what? I'm really beginning to fucking hate it. I haven't enjoyed a goddamn thing with this stupid ass game in over 2.5 years. For fuck's sake. And Germany just gets pimp slapped by every nation. And Great Britain just gets shitted on. Doesn't matter which one you're driving. You're gonna get shit on. Because of recent changes, this thing doesn't have any good ammo anymore. The Concept 3. And then the Ratel 90. Its handicapped brother. 320mm heat. But literally paper armor. That can't handle a 12.7. None of this is worth it. Japan, not really worth it. Their aerial units suck at low BR. Their turning radius is like throwing a stone across sand. If I tried to do a full turn in a Japanese airplane at low BR, it's like throwing a goddamn fucking rock into sand and expecting it to skip. Don't like it whatsoever. I've never been this goddamn pissed off in a short amount of time, but this game really knows how to rack up the piss points. I'm gonna fucking hang myself with this goddamn garbage ass shit I have to put up with. Jesus fucking Christ. Every fucking shitty time. Fucking shitty titties, shitty bullshit. I don't want to fucking play none of this crap. No, no, no. Fuck you with your fucking air. I want to fucking waste my time with that dumbass shit. Fuck the air. Well, if you're grinding Germany, you're going to have better luck than grinding the USSR, and you're definitely going to have better luck than grinding literally America. America's nice for about 5 minutes, but when it comes down to boiling it down, there's a lot of negatives versus their positives. America has more negatives in their AA department than any other department I've seen. Every other place has it tied down until like what? 8.0 is when their anti-aircraft starts to suck. As for Germany, I just grind the Wirbelwind, but don't go wasting your time with no Ostwinds and no dual-wielding Ostwinds. And if you're thinking the one that comes after the Ostwind, the 30mm version of it, which is just like the Wirbelwind on the same chassis but has a covered top, is worth it, it is not. You're going to lose all your silver lines playing with that thing. I'm just going to tell you now, with America, with its open top M42 Duster, I wouldn't waste my time. I wouldn't even wipe my butt with paper that was made from that tank. But if you're going to play with Germany, have fun, dude, because they got a lot of freaking good vehicles, but I'm going to tell you straight up, some of them cost a fortune. So, Germany, I hope you're interested in spending GE when it comes to their SPAA lineup until you get to the Gepard. Because once you get to the Gepard, you're not going to be losing an arm and a leg. If you want to play their tanks, I haven't really seen anything super expensive other than people who own the mouse. Which, in that case, if you own the mouse, good luck, because that thing is also a gold gobbler. So, in concept, if you're looking for cheap vehicles to use, you'd probably be looking at the USSR, as the majority of their tanks are cheap to use and easy to afford. If you want to spend a fortune, play America. If you want to spend a big fortune in the anti-aircraft department, play Germany. Either way, SPAAs do get in the way of some of the good stuff. Like the Marauder A1, that's a decent vehicle. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not wasting my time. That was just literally 10 grand thrown down a toilet. $10 fucking thousand down the fucking toilet. Wasted. I don't even want to waste my time with it. I'm just gonna play with the Whirlwind, and that's it. It's gonna be only Germany grind. Everything else can go to hell. I quit the America tree. And a Tiger P now costs $4,000 more. That's great. I'm being sarcastic when I say that. That's not great, because a Tiger P used to be like 4,000. It's now 8,000. So I'm going to have to trash the Tiger P because I'm not going to throw away $8,000 every time I die in that thing. Look at that. This thing cost as much as the other tank I was just driving. It used to be like 4,000. What the hell happened? And this used to be 4,000 as well. It wasn't 6,000. And neither was this. This wasn't a $7,000 tank either. Jesus Christ. Oh, looks like it's just Whirlwind action. I'm not grinding any of these tanks here. That can go to hell. That can go to hell. That can go to hell. Looks like it's just the Whirlwind and Dickermax. Say goodbye to American Tech Tree. No more American. Not playing that hot garbage no more. I'm not going to play Germany too much, but I'm not going to play any other nation because I'm not going to re-grind through their tiers. I played Italy for a hot minute, and it took me forever to get to that stupid wheeled tank.
Enemy forces have captured the zone. Allied forces have captured the zone.
Oh, fuck off, dude. Fuck off. I'm not playing that shit. It's all the fucking time. Every fucking time. I can't enjoy the fucking SPAA. I can't enjoy dog shit with this fucking game. Fuck Russia, man. Fuck all these sad-ass vehicles. And fuck you, Japan. I don't give a shit if you're a part of my heritage. Fuck you all the way. You are idiots. You are all fucking morons. Oh, fucking shit no more. I'll fucking talk shit about the Japanese and crap on their flag. Fucking shameful Air Force. You have all that metal, and you couldn't even produce. How annoying. That's the one goddamn thing that pissed me off right there, dude. So you're just trying to play China since everybody thinks it's fucking funny. Really starting to beginning to hate playing any kind of BR match games.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Life has no happy ending.
Thanks. I'm sorry. Affirmative. Bravo! Supremacy!
Life has no fucking happy ending.
The enemy has most of the strategic zones.
Not wasting my time. Here comes bullshit Italy. Don't want to waste my time with that garbage. Don't want to waste my time with any of this garbage. Don't want to waste my time with no garbage ever, period. I don't give a fucking shit anymore. This game is just garbage. I don't even know why I even play it anymore. It's just fuck you. Fucking fuck you. Fuck the world. Fuck everything. This game is garbage. I fucking hate it. It's been garbage all fucking year. Fucking hate people. I fucking hate retards on my team. I don't want to do anything associated with this game. And you know what? I think we're gonna sell this shit out of this profile so that way I can get the hell out of my life. I play RB and it's worse because everybody wants to go thermoscopes. And most of the maps I played in RB, whether it be top tier or 7.0, are all in the middle of the goddamn dark. And I always seem to get my ass beat every time. I don't even get one kill. And if I get something, it's probably a D-tracking and then someone taking the kill. And it doesn't even count as a kill assist. So why would I waste my time trying our realistic battles with this game if it's just gonna end in tragedy? I got a fucking headache, dude. I'm gonna swallow 14 freaking Advils and see where that takes me.
Enemy forces have captured a zone. We don't have the advantage anymore.
Well, bottoms up. Oh yeah, there we go. 14 Advils. I'm gonna swallow all 14 of them. Oh, I'm sorry, did you say something, dude? I already did. It'll definitely get rid of the pain because I've already had a massive headache all day. And I definitely don't plan on doing anything else. Either way, it's not going to affect me because I've already been a guinea pig for medical research when I was young. And it wasn't even my choice. So medications don't really affect me too much anymore. More or less, they remove my anger. In fact, when I was younger, a local school district didn't want to deal with me because I didn't want to do any schoolwork. So they put me in a remedial class and then had a bunch of doctors come illegally examine me and declare me mentally unstable so that they could feed me pills for the rest of my life as a child. And when I stopped taking the medication and started grinding it up and putting it into their personal drinks and food, they started noticing changes in their life. And those changes were significant enough to cause these teachers to go on drug benders. So after about 6.5 years of being medically tested on with experimental drugs that were supposed to be mood stabilizers to control my way of thinking because they said I think like a communist. So they wanted to control the way I thought, so I controlled the way they thought. And thus they became sad drug addicts. And yes, I am very careful with what I do. Medically and scientifically. Yeah, well, that's how the schools were in Dallas, Texas. They had me medically diagnosed as mentally unstable so that they wouldn't have to deal with me, so I'd be stuck on pills all the time. So that way they could put me in the No Child Left Behind program so that they can get more money. I got screwed out of my mental health and physical ability to live an everyday life. And for the rest of my life, I'm mentally unstable, and it's not by choice.
Attention to the designated grid zone. Most of the zones are under enemy control.
And because I had the #1 dad in the world who didn't defend me, well, that ended up being pretty shitty for the rest of my life. And now the medications that I didn't need, I now technically need to actually live a normal life. And either way, I'm not putting that stuff back into my body because it literally turns you into a zombie. I'm not lying on that part. You're going to be half brain dead with that medication. And one of the two things are going to happen. You're either going to grow breasts or you're going to turn into a femboy. Or you might lose your mind all the way. Or in my case, you might lose your hunger unexpectedly for the rest of your life and never be able to deter from that function. So, genetically, I'm kind of screwed up, meaning my metabolism skyrockets and skyrockets again, and then drops again, and then skyrockets again, to unstable levels where food kind of digests in under 15 minutes. Retrospect, I hate most of my life. There hasn't been a single enjoyable moment. And every day of my life, I dreamed of escaping America because of that reason. Every minute I spend away from this country is like the real dream of the American dream. It's like I'm living the American dream. Each day I dream of escaping this country. The very prison, the shackles of oppression I had to deal with my whole life. Escaping this country would make me happy. Never seeing the American flag, the soil that I stand on every day. I do not feel like I'm in the land of the free. I feel like I'm in a prison every day of my life. And it has not changed. In quite a long time it has not changed. I do not feel like I'm in the land of the free. I have never felt like that. And that's just the honest truth. People tell me this is America, the land of the free. Well, I feel like I'm inside a communist Russia every day of my life. America makes Russia look like child's play. And that's how I see it. The American United States make Russia look like they're kittens. I'm not gonna lie. This country makes me feel like I'm in a prison every day. I feel like I'm in a gulag every moment of my life. There hasn't been a moment where I've enjoyed my life. I wish I could keep my head up, but with all the stress piling up every day, it's really hard. And then with old friends who are now ghosts to me, trying to come and haunt me from my past, threatening to take away my freedom if I don't do what they say. They're starting to get on my nerves. So now I have to play hide and seek with a bunch of old people I used to hang out with when I was in high school. And I call them old people because they work for the government. Some of these people went on to work in the government and work federal jobs, but because I know my way around a computer and hacking and all sorts of crazy crap, they want to use me as a guinea pig again. Well, they got another thing coming. You gotta pay a price if you want to get something out of me nowadays. And if you don't want to pay that price, I'll take Uncle Sam for a spin. We'll see just how big his nipples really are, and how deep those pockets really go. Because, personally, the only thing I learned is that I shouldn't have made any friends in high school. because they all turn out to be terrorists. And when I say terrorists, I mean American terrorists, because I've never been terrorized my whole life before, up until I started living in this country again. I went to go live in Mexico as a child because of that whole 9/11 towers blowing up bull crap. Ever since that day,
The enemy controls most of
things have been very different for me. The land of the free wasn't the land of the free no more for me. It was a prison. Just because I was brown, I was under close observation. Well, we can't trust you under the idea that you might be a Muslim terrorist. And we don't have any proof that your father's a Mexican citizen. So we have to assume he's from Iraq. And until further notice, you and your family are not allowed to leave the United States. Like, what kind of crap is that? They even put my old man on the no-fly list, and he still doesn't know that. Even if I wanted to take my old man to New York, they're gonna ask us why we want to go to New York still. Like, there's no freedom in this country. We haven't had freedom since we were living in freaking Dallas. Every day my father's walking on eggshells because he can't freaking live his life. But now he lives a regular average life as a pastor. At least he can find solace in living with the Lord. His personal words. He finds peace and solace living with God and worshiping the only God he's ever known, which according to him was Christian faith, which is very big in Mexico. So, my father's a die-hard Christian, or something like that. Me, I dropped religion because I couldn't keep up with the madness and being constantly slapped around by a pastor. So, yeah, definitely dropped religion for that main reason. I didn't want to deal with a pastor slapping me around every other day. And that's kind of how religion went down for me. It took a singularity of 8 pastors to get me to hate religion, particularly the Christian faith. I have no problems with it, I just have a problem with the people that were in it. But because of that, I kind of don't want nothing to do with it. I got traumatized by that bastard during his "we're gonna baptize you" phase. This asshole tried to drown me in the fucking pool. Can still remember that day. But I got back at him by banging his daughter. Because I told him if it isn't one way, I was going to get back at him the other way. So yeah, I got back at that pastor. I banged his daughter and gave her a baby. Do they know she has a baby? No. But I do. I have no issue with faith or religion. But what I do have an issue with is with people that are part of that religion and mistreat people who have no belief or have another belief. I used to have freaking Mormons coming to my house trying to shove their book down my throat. I got no problems with Mormons, but I do have problems with pushy people who try to shove their faith into your mouth and then try to shove it into your life. I'm one for all, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, man. Some religious faiths I am okay with. Others, I have to review all the rules in their rule book before I proceed. And if I haven't read their books, I guarantee you, I definitely will not be saying anything about other faiths. I will waste my time to read your book. And when I say waste, it literally means waste, because I'm going to read your book, see what your faith is saying, and see what you have to offer. Then I'm going to read whatever poems, gospels, musical related books or albums, whatever it is your faith has. And I'm going to spend my time reading that. And that's the one thing I'm actually going to do, because I've already done it several times before for some people. Some people try to convert me, and I told them I will spend 1 month studying your faith. And if I see that it's for me, I will attend. That's how I always am. I give them 1 month to prove their religion is something that's for me. I'm not just going to be like, oh, screw your faith. No, I'll give you 1 month. You give me the studying materials, and I will study your religious belief from front to back. And if it's something I want to believe in, then it is something I will follow. If it is not, do not fret, for at least you tried. However, I'm a man who cannot be tied down either. Can't really put a ring on me and expect for me to stay in one place. Especially not a leash. I've already told that to girls. Can't put a leash on me. They don't work out too well. As long as I keep my ideas up, they should be able to reverse around this corner. Thank you, tank. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Fuck you, IS-2. I'm really beginning to hate this crap because I can't get anything done.
Attack the A point.
Attention to the map. Roger that.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
I can't get shit done with this team getting ass raped like that. There's literally no toilet paper at the freaking stall. With how things are going on that part of the side of the map, dude, it's like literally getting diarrhea and having no toilet paper. Man, dude, like, it's just annoying. I feel like I have no freedom every day of my life here in this country. Anytime I go to Mexico, like the actual country, it feels like freedom's ahoy. Like, I'm just being honest with anyone. I feel like I just feel like I have to, like, not be here to feel truly free. Like, it's just a literal feeling in life. Sometimes things that happen in a country just make it unbearably unlivable for the basic soul. And I am technically the basic soul. This nation to me is an unlivable, unsustainable zone. And it's not worth my time. Fuck that shit. This fucking garbage is annoying, dude. I already fucking lost half of fucking 100,000. What the fuck was the point in getting the dumbass prize then? If I was just gonna be sinking money into the bullshit. Oh, fuck you, game. Fuck you. Take this garbage ass tank out of my inventory and give me something that isn't complete trash. Man, it's been nothing but trash all day. No seas chingada sobre mierda. And fuck you, M42. Fuck you, you sad piece of crap tank. The M56 is better than you. I'm not even going to waste my time grinding those tanks anymore. It's just going to be those set of 6.0s and that M6A1. I'm not going to waste my time no more. Those vehicles blow. Every time I try to get a newer vehicle to work for me, it doesn't. It always turns to trash because the vehicle itself is trash. I'm not having fun anywhere, dude. I'm not even enjoying my life in this country. And it's supposed to be the home of opportunity. Well, it's been the home of closed doors since I was fucking born. It's just been bad left and right. Hasn't been a single moment where I smiled. Well, except for those times that I spent with that girl, Rachel. But Rachel's long gone from now. She lives somewhere up there in Nevada State. The last time she told me she was going to college. Only girl that wasn't a complete racist to me, but had to keep up the act because her father was a racist himself. He was also a cone hat. Her father was a racist KKK member with millions of dollars at his disposal. That, according to her, her father and her mother have been ripping off from charities for, I don't know, 20 years of their life. A lot of these charities you see here in America are apparently just quick get rich schemes where they don't even go to no charity that's real. If people actually read the underlying deposits of where these charities actually are, it's into the pocket of the person that's speaking on the stage. There are no real benefactors. The only benefactors are the guy that's talking on the stage. That's what I learned. And Rachel didn't lie to me when she told me that. Her father was an asshole and a con artist and a complete racist puck. In fact, he wanted to, he said it himself whenever he was talking to me when I was going out with his daughter. I want to string you up around the neck with a rope and hang you off of the bridge, just down the street from my house. His personal words. Get that garbage out of here, dog. Yo, man, get up out of the way, dog. Why you gotta get up out of the way, man? You could have the whole runway if you want to go that way, but don't screw with me, man. In a way, I'm just gonna say it like how it is. I know I'm personally gonna miss Rachel. There's like no other way around it. I know I'm gonna miss her. Probably one of the very few girls in life that I actually enjoyed being around besides this last girl that I was talking to and messing around with in my life. And in fact, there's only been two girls in my life that were actually white and weren't complete racist pucks.
Allied forces have captured that zone.
In a way, I'm satisfied I met these ladies. Oh, I'm definitely gonna keep my heads up, man. I just don't know how long that's gonna last, man. It's like eating freaking cheese. You never know how long it's gonna last. Get that IS-6 out of here. Well, looks like I have just enough armor penetration with these little 20 mils to actually do the job. Oh, this guy got pissed. Oh, well, that's what you get for driving the IS-6, dog. You want to pay for your premium, but you don't want to pay the price, eh? I'll show it to you the rough way. You can call me a rough rider if you want to. Now look at that. You see, I'm in the M56, and this thing still hasn't been killed yet. Why am I having so much better luck with this thing than with literally everything I was working with earlier? It's like this vehicle isn't cursed. Unfortunately, the other American tanks were. Oh, that's cool of you, dude, if you want to keep company. I just wish life was less rough with me, but it's been super rough. Personally, I'm trying to make sure I'm a decent freaking father figure on the sound side. Like this right here, I wouldn't say this is my de-stressing game at all. Like, I try to build my fan base or whatever you want to call it on a pretty decent set of rules. But as of recent, it hasn't been very easy to do that. How was he able to reload in under 20 seconds with the amount of time it took for him to shoot that one guy in the face and then move forward to me? Oh well. And sometimes I like to look at this face right here. It looks a little ridiculous, and some of the eyes are a little off, but it's pretty satisfying. And well, for motivational things, I like to think of the strong bear. The strong bear is a strong figure. He is strong, but he is also a very stern figure that represents power, but also wisdom. So, I like to think of these small objects in life as figures that have intelligence or form. Well, he definitely tried to drop the bomb there.
Enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Attention to the designated grid square.
I don't know. It's just really weird. Nowadays, it's just really, really weird and off-putting. It's nice to have somebody that actually talks in your chat, because then it gives you someone else to talk to. And it makes the world feel a lot less large. Having a bit to socialize with, not on a regular basis, but, you know, not like on massive conversations and stuff like that. But in general, having minor conversations here and there would be helpful. No gun for you, T-29. You could burn in hell. Well, I hope this thing has usefulness, because this is like the only other tank I trust with top speed. Okay, that handles that problem.
Roger that. Fire. Roger that. Artillery. Fire.
Looks like I better gain some speed away from that guy.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Still behind me, isn't he? Yeah, he sure is. Yeah, well, he ain't gonna be able to climb up that high. You got no rocket boosters on me, which means you got no way of catching up. Not in your dreams. Those two little rocket engines on that thing, it sure does work out well. And look at that, I'm in first place. How does that happen? And if anyone's wondering, I'm really beginning to be more and more convinced that my team is full of robots. You guys should really pay attention to this kind of stuff. It looks like Gaijin is dying, and a majority of the people or players that you see in-game are likely recordings of another player's play-out, but with minor AI adjustment. This stuff actually helps out. But it does help out identify the question, the issue at hand. Like, right now, I'm plurally convinced that this is nothing but robots that I've been playing with for like the past few games, because I haven't seen really much of anything that proves they're human. That's cool that you pop up. I had a terrible time playing Fallout 76 earlier, though. Literally didn't have the right launch codes. So, pretty terrible time with Fallout. And then there was that bug issue with apparently the Stalker being able to one-hit kill you. which I already reported to the devs. I got hit once. The armor absorbed pretty much all of it. And then I got one hit killed. So that was an issue with Dead Frontier 2, because the Stalker also one hit killed somebody else with full health. About 20 minutes after that, the stream had ended. I continued to watch, and then I seen the Stalker hit somebody else. Level 50. Nice chap. I actually played a few games with him before and did a few runs with the guy. Sadly, the Stalker AI, which is a type of boss, had one hit creamed him. Did that not work out in your favor, buddy? There, buddy. Should probably repair that engine because it's in pretty crap-tastic condition. I have no idea what just happened with that M3A3 Bradley, but now I don't want that thing if this thing literally shredded it in just a few seconds. So now I've lost complete interest in wanting to buy that vehicle. Is somebody driving that boat tank? Go to hell there, Jiffy. I got you in the positively squiffly department. Enjoy your free turnaround. Well, that ended up pretty well.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
We're controlling most of the zone.
Yeah, I can actually feel you on that, dude. Sometimes the team actually is brain dead. Surprisingly enough, it's been like that all month long. Ever since this new event started, it appears that a majority of people haven't gotten really any sleep. And I have noticed that sufficiently recently, as of the past few weeks. It doesn't look like anybody's gotten any sleep because I guess they're grinding the event or whatever. But it's not really turning out too well for their health. Get lost, BMD. Like that little Russian tank, it looks really nice. It's like, when I take a look at it, it looks like I'm looking at a tiny race car. But what the downside is that I don't think it really handles too well the situation with being shot. Kind of period. So, it's not much of a substantial want to have that vehicle. Like, I'm gonna lay it there flat, dude. Like, there's like no, I want to have that vehicle, or I have to have that vehicle when it comes to the BMD4. It's like a shrunk down version of the, what is it called? It's like a shrunk down version of that BMP3, but it's been turned into a little sports car. So picture having the BMP3, but the sports car version of it, which is the BMD4. So the BMD4 is like the sports car version of the BMP3. In a way, it's nice that, you know, it's like Russia released their Ferrari version of their tank. But in a sensical way for reality, it's got a lot of cons. I was actually thinking about doing the event, grinding for it, but when I took a look at all the cons, decided to do a little bit of math, behind the scenes, work around, take a look at it, see what the pros were. Did a little behind the scenes R&R sort of situation. And I gotta be real honest, I wasn't satisfied with the overall constructional strength and design of of the tank in general. It wasn't structurally sound. And then they offered a tank with about equally the same as much armor as that tank had, which was the miniature Japanese battleship. It was a pretty nice, sweet, smart design from the Japanese for an easier carrier landing group. However, that was all it was useful for, was a carrier landing group. There was like nothing else. So picture having a carrier strike group, but more in particular, it was just that little amount of tank was basically that's it. That little tank was your carrier strike group that would come off of the aircraft carrier, float to land, and then go assault. Like, it's big, don't get me wrong, and it does look cool, but the cons outweigh the pros when it comes to survival. So, in perspective, it's a really cool looking tank, but the cons outweigh it. It literally proved that it could hold its weight by taking serious blows in the current VR it was just in. It took some serious blows. It took them like a champ compared to most other light armored vehicles. That thing took them like a champ, so it took it straight to the chin. And was surprisingly still able to squeeze off 2 more shots. More than expected. Come on guys, you guys can't roll up on that Chieftain Marksman or what? Either way, it's just like, I take a look at it, it's got pros, and then I take a look at the other one, it's got cons. The BMD4 was a nice little car, but it's like the Ferrari version of the BMP3. It's gonna get shredded. Considering the real-life documentaries I've watched about actual training and studying and impact, including classified documents showing real impact footage of the M3 Bradley, the M3 Bradley does not handle well with most common firearms, including RPGs, also classified as Rocket Launcher number 7 and Rocket Launcher number 9. There's also Rocket Launcher number 12, which is a very specific type of mounted RPG-7 rocket, which also comes with a blast shield that has to be mounted first because of the amount of freaking fuel it needs and how many rocket engines it has. Still has the single light stick in the center, but the rocket engines on the exterior still ignite as well. It also comes with an extended fold blade wing that actually pops out from the sides of the actual warhead in order to stabilize it mid-flight. Freaky little rocket. If it smashes into the side of this thing right here, picture a can, like, picture an aluminum can being shot with a 50 cal round while still having the green beans inside. The green beans are your little army guys. And when that little aluminum can with the green beans gets blown up, that's pretty much what this thing turns into. It kind of blows open. There's also real-life footage of an M1128 Striker being shot, and even though they added the Mexus armor, it doesn't make the vehicle bulletproof, but it does add like a 10% chance of extra survivability. So, if you're ever inside of the Striker unit, this thing, if anything impacts other than around this slat armor cage, it's gonna blow open. Even with the Mexus armor on the inside, on the outside as well, you do not have a lot of room to work with when it comes to margin of error, especially when it comes to death. Not a lot of armor. They were made lightweight so that they can do their job faster. Which was smart, but at the same time sacrificing armor meant that survivability was also sacrificed. The HSTVL, which is what you guys know it as in the game, is actually designed by the company General Motors. It was known as the XM, High Survivability Vehicle, but it got a different name over time. Only minor and moderate adjustments were made to the name, but it's still made by the company that made the XM1, General Motors. even Chrysler, in conjunction with General Motors, which back then Chrysler wasn't working with General Motors, so they also had their version of the XM1 too. The Chrysler XM1 was a lot different from the General Motors XM1 technology-wise. They had different set of charges, they had a different set of engines, and they had different set of functions of electronics. They were both equal in design, but different technologically, and had different, you know, tasks in mind. Ugh. Man, I got too much stress in my life. I play games to blow away my stress. I search for jobs on the downtime. Because I can't, you know, think my stepdad's gonna bring me along with him for his construction crew job or whatever. He says that, you know, when it starts rolling out, he's gonna have me in there, but I don't think I'm gonna be in there. So, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be in that group of people who are working at all. So, I'm definitely looking for another outlet for work, because it's more or less of a clusterfuck. And as much as I hate to admit it, this other guy, and he goes by the name of David. Don't know anything about his last name, other than his name is David. But other than that, you know, in the event that, you know, I end up dying or something, I'd rather have him raise the kid than to have anyone else, because everyone else is like a handicap, you know, it's like a handicapped berry. It's like putting a cherry in a wheelchair, but expecting it to have the capacity to know what a kid likes. And after several months of examination, David has proven his way in being able to prove that he can help raise the kid. So in the event that I ended up dying from some kind of malformed illness, or because of whatever happened during the medical process that they were doing to me, so that they wouldn't have to lose state funding because they didn't want to have to deal with me because I wasn't interested in doing schoolwork. So either way, there's also another plan which I called my contingency plan, and it's just generally just a medical insurance policy. More or less, I don't expect it to go too well, the insurance policy thing. Because most insurance policies refuse to pay out when the person dies. And then they expect for you to dish out half of the money's worth of a lawyer to come fight for your case and all that. And you know what? It's not worth it nowadays, because you're going to lose more than 2/3 of that money. And believe me, whatever money I scrape together, I also put it into like a freaking fat life insurance policy in the event I die. It's just so that the kid will be set and the mother will never have to worry about living on the street. They are definitely the benefactors in this particular situation. So whatever money I scrape together, I just pay off the policy. I just pay the deductibles, the minimums, and stuff like that. And then I pay it in full when I have all the amount. Either way, I managed to keep it rolling. But the minute I croak, I mean, they'll have something to feed themselves. Just, I don't know, man, like the stress is incredibly great. You know, normally you'd think your life would have been straightened out by now, or less stressful. Aim for the plane, I'm not aiming for anyone else. I'm not looking for Chuck E. Cheese's to go on a date with me. Wow, that guy was so close to actually peppering me. Look at all those holes. I almost got flattened. But yeah, I've been having way too much stress in a short amount of time. I've been actually up and about the past few months. I've been super irritable lately. Still can't identify why, but I've definitely been super irritable. Wanted to do that. But it's just been super irritable lately. You know, normally you think things are like a piece of cake or something like that. Uh-oh, looks like he's coming straight for me. Well, thanks whoever did that. Man, whoever that is, they're speaking in freaking Ukraine or Russian. If it's Ukraine, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh man, they're in massive letters. It's like they're pissed. Okay, that was clearly a freaking curse word. Whoa. No, thank you.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Attack the enemy!
I just lost pretty close to a little more than half my crew. So I basically have 2 crew members because the guy sitting in the back seat behind the gunner is definitely in no condition to be shooting anything.
Enemy forces have captured a zone. This time the enemy has proven stronger. Thus far.
So I definitely lost him. There's no way somebody's withstanding that kind of ballistic fire. I don't know, dude. I mean, this has been really rocky road all of a sudden over the recent days. I appreciate anyone being here in the stream or whatever, but I just didn't expect for so much stress to just pour out all of a sudden. It's been miserable. Well, thanks whoever tuned in. Really appreciate it. Well, the stream isn't over. I'm just going to keep playing. I think I finally mellowed out. Definitely been experiencing literally upper spinal pain on the freaking neck region, around the shoulder blades, and then lower back pain with my spine. It's been like 3 days that I've been experiencing it. Also reminds me, I did a bit of yard work today too. It wasn't exactly very enjoyable yard work, I'm going to tell you that now, because I literally ended up pulling a weed filled with fire ants. My right hand was burning for like an hour and a half. In fact, that was just before I started to play the game. It was still technically burning, but I used soap to, I guess, nullify it. But I guess my skin's still irritated, because it's still red. I know I don't feel the burn, but I assume it's because of soap. I used some pomegranate filled soap. It had some kind of pomegranate juice in the soap or something like that. Pomegranate scented or pomegranate oil soap or something like that, I don't know. It just had pomegranate in it. I don't feel the burn, but my hand definitely still feels like it's swollen. I don't know, I just know that it's been pretty crummy lately. Crummy and miserable. Why does everybody have to use the AVRE? Come on, dude, get lost with that hot garbage. I'm probably literally the only one watching my own stream and making sure the quality is alright. Which, to be honest, I'm not about to pay the company OBS, the Open Broadcasting System, $20 a month or something like that to stream at 1080p. Believe me, I'm not going to throw any money towards that system. There used to be a free open broadcasting system that allowed you to broadcast at any, and when I say any resolution, it was any. this game is lost already.
Attention to the map.
Once we lose the entirety of our left flank, the game is over. There's no recovery after that.
Most of the zones are under control.
No idea what happened there, but I assume the missile was destroyed. Oh, no it wasn't, because that's it right there. And that's a little weird how... I'm gonna say it like how it is. That's a little weird even for me. I was shooting at the BMP-2, but it wasn't taking any damage. Oh, it's a BMP-1. Looks like he's rearing his ugly head just above, so I can go ahead and sprinkle him. Well, at least I got him to splooge his load.
The enemy is winning. We've got to counterattack.
Get lost. Nope.
Destroy the target.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Oh, thank God, they didn't come towards me. Yeah, believe me, this gun wasn't going to be doing no penetrating power. You know, it's pretty funny. It all hit that wall. If we're going for another artillery strike, I guarantee you it's just going to hit the wall. Oh, looks like I gave the IS-6 the break of a lifetime. Well, goodbye, VRE armor. You can now take your pot shots on them. In a way, I'm pretty satisfied. It's time to reverse. Better get out of the way. Yeah, there we go. No idea how that's a crew knockout, but it only killed one person, so it doesn't bother me. Wow, I'm doing a lot better now. Ah, well, I guess it was short-lived. Uh-oh. Bad day. Yeah. I see the enemy, but I can't hear them. It's still too dark. Well, I better preserve these last few rounds, because they're going to basically be the last of the Mohicans. Figured that would happen. Goodbye. Well done for you. Oh, this is definitely going up. Oh, well, the direct hit update is rather nice. They're introducing a few new vehicles, and I might be interested in trying to grind for them, but personally, might not even try, since I got my hands full grinding the other trees. So, will I focus on the other trees? I will probably likely focus on the other trees than to probably spend time trying to grind for a new jet. It's like, how you say, grinding for a new jet is like going to the store to buy a new pair of Jordans. Doesn't really work out too well for me. So if I go grind for another jet, it'll be like buying another pair of Jordans. And I've had a pair of Jordans before. And boy, I did not take care of them too well. But that's because they're a pair of shoes and they're meant to be worn, not sported. You don't sport a brand new pair of shoes, you wear them. You play sports in them. You go outside in them. You play in the rain with them. You know, stuff like that. That's what shoes are for. So, the new update? Yeah, I know about it. Not really too much in awe for it, but you know, just for function value. I guess, in a way, I would try to grind for one thing out of all of it. And it'll probably be one vehicle, but I can't remember the entire name for it, much less let alone even the file name of it. But yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but I'm gonna grind for it. I think it's on the US Tech Tree.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Well, yeah, it'll probably be the only thing I grind for. And since they keep doing the coverage on the direct hit update, you could probably expect it sometime by this week or maybe next week. Probably end up seeing it. Because the only time they do it or show a showcase of it is whenever it's about to be released. Doesn't take months after. And as of recent, you know, Watermelon Guy and Oxy have pretty much been doing that whole thing. Where they've been hinting at new things. Then the meme skin for the jet already in existence. The new Russian jet that's going to be joining, which is the attacker version or iteration of the already existing one. Well, that version of the jet is nice. Either way, it's really nice. However, the short video clip that they give you introducing the new equipment or whatever, it kind of really more or less only starred like, and from what I remember, I just remember the part where the jet kind of just flew over and bombed the crap out of the enemy, and that was about it. That was kind of all I remember throughout the whole iteration of that function. So, yeah. Not really too much I remembered out of the whole thing, but that's kind of what I remember.
Attention to the map. Enemy forces have captured a
See if I can get to a nice position where I can just lob rounds over. I don't expect to be able to just lob them over and actually successfully hit anything, considering my luck lately. Well, I know it's not hitting anything, but it'll definitely keep them at bay. Anyways, general statistic standards for me would be the M56 overrules them all. Looks like the Gepard is running up. There we go. Really, how does the BM... How does he see me coming? I wasn't even marked on the map yet. What garbage. Yeah, my luck definitely isn't turning around. It's definitely getting worse. After that shit show display, it definitely got worse. Dude, why are you sitting here? At this point, I'd be more convinced that there is literally no functioning. Well, looks like that made the little freaking M3 Bradley go down. Yes, get off your high horse, Bradley. I'll give you a splintery death. Yeah, well, I'm okay with the enemy winning at this point. I mean, I'm inside of this thing. What do you expect for me to accomplish with only one spawn point and a freaking SPAA with no reloading ability? Don't really expect to get much. Still kind of feeling the burn on my legs and my back. Hopefully it doesn't give me a really sad Russian helicopter with that sad little 50 cal that it calls a machine gun. Seems to do that a lot. It'll give me a very sad helicopter. Ha ha ha, I still blew him up. Still blew him up. I'm satisfied. Even in death, I still got that one. And somehow this guy can shoot down planes from the air with that thing. Jesus Christ, dude. Like, what the actual devilfish is going on here? Well, that figures.
Attack the A point.
Still a little tired. The Russian PT-76. You can still find that in service in today's society. It's not a bad tank. Still has a reliable gun if you want to do breach and clear operations. And a lot of people have retrofitted the main gun and turret to much more accommodatable functions. So there are versions of the PT-76 that are different, still the same chassis, it's just different functionality. There we go. Now look at all that heat. That guy was aiming at me like he had some kind of terrible grudge. Okay, strong bear. Fortunately for me, I'm not inside of my own puddle of tears. I have no idea what the actual hell that was. I just knew that it all came raining in like a psychopath.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Well, looks like I better spare these rounds because it's going to be spare ribs at this point.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning. We call. But next time, victory will be ours.
Well, I hope he didn't die because, I mean, they're going to charge him for that. It's turning a lot better. At this point, I'm definitely below casual player for this particular game. Definitely a below casual player. Definitely not going to throw away any more money on these vehicles. Not going to waste my time with this thing. I'm not going to waste my time with that. I'm just going to buy this but never do any kind of research on it. And just skip this vehicle. Well, then again, once I buy this, I can just move up over here and grab the 551, which is very affordable. It's not a lot. $34, $27, $20, $19, $19, $43, $27, $59. There's no price tag for this, so $230 and $102, $62, $600, $81, $59, $142, $106, $92, $67. Yeah, this thing is definitely going to be like around 3,000s, around the 3,000s, or pretty close to $4,000 for this little tank. This is what I'm aiming for right here. This is it. This tank right here is all I'm aiming for. It is definitely all I'm aiming for. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm definitely waiting to try to get this thing. But ever since I hit this particular BR ranking at 7.0, everything just slowed down. And it's been like really downhill. It hasn't been uphill with anything, especially not with cost. Has not been uphill with cost. It's been very downhill. The M48, and then you got the M60, the 105, using APDS, HESH, heat, and smoke. This one uses APCR, heat, HESH. Why? Why this and this? They could have just discarded this and this and just kept the HESH, the M71, and the M431. This would have been just fine. Just these three shells with the smoke shell. The APCR shells were irrelevant right around the time that these tanks came to fruition. Which explains why everybody back then was saying these tanks sucked, but it was mostly because they had a lack of ammo. 287, 291, 185, like, they were terrible gun designs too. 90 millimeters, 90 millimeters. Like, in general, they were just bad. They were 90 millimeter guns. And the 90 millimeter gun was super ineffective, but America saw it as cost effective, but these 90 millimeter guns were very ineffective. Their 105s were their best gun designs, which when the M60 came out, which became the workhorse of America before any experimental Abrams tanks were designed. The T-95E1, originally designed for the American Army, more specifically, was supposed to be implemented for the Marine Corps. Unfortunately, the vehicle was an experimental tank and was never put into real service. There are a few that still exist in the real world. Still an experimental tank. The M103. It was a tank in America's Army. Did it ever see service? I have no clue. I don't think anybody ever drove this tank that looks like it has the literal tongue that's on your shoe. That's what this turret looks like. It looks like the tongue from your shoe. You got your shoe on the bottom and you got your massive tongue that just protrudes out of the side of the shoe because it was a manufacturing error. So the M103 is literally a giant shoe to me. It's like driving a huge shoe with the chassis of the M60. I probably should have threw money away into this tank. And well, just screw the M26 Pershing. This thing was garbage. No heat round. Nothing. So yeah, put a big X, remove the M26 and put that over on the premium side. Take the M26 and the T26 E1. You could put both these tanks over on the premium side. Because to me, they sound like great premium tanks. And you could put the M26 T99 over here on the free side. You could put the affordable T29 where it should be. It should be sitting here amongst this category here. The T30 should also be sitting here amongst this category. But these two tanks right here, these two, they should be sitting over here. The Jumbo, because of its pricing, it should also be sitting on premium. Because if you got time to spend money for premium, you definitely got time to be throwing away your silver lines. And I would say any questions, but I'm sure nobody has any questions. Don't want to waste my time on this vehicle. Even as much as it seems like a good idea, it's because the 90mm gun is a serious turnoff. And the only thing that it gets, and believe me, what makes this tank so unworthy of any kind of research or work being put into it is the fact that it only gets an APCR. Hold on, I think somebody's calling my name. Bumpy road, had to go check something with family. On the upside, I'll probably end up just generally doing whatever it is. I guess later tonight I'm probably gonna try to download a copy of, I guess, Super Mario 64 or something like that. I'm just gonna play it on an emulator for tonight, so that way I can play a non-stressful game. Need to text the child's mother. And see if she's awake yet. Gotta be careful with the people that come around the kid too. As long as nobody messes with that kid's mind or tries to screw her up, I'm good. Otherwise, if somebody's trying to brainwash her, well, they're about to have my foot and their you-know-what. I don't have time for my child being brainwashed. Because, you know, any self-respecting parent would put their foot inside of someone's you-know-what for trying to brainwash their kid. I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm getting at. I don't take brainwashings lightly. You'll definitely be seeing my foot in the corner office of your A. And believe me, I might not look like it. I might look like a scrawny, abnormal person. Might look like I don't eat. But when I stomp
people can literally hear the stomping ground function of my freaking foot slamming into the ground from down the street. And it sounds almost like heavy machinery pounding into the ground, but it's actually my foot smashing into the floor. I was literally smashing some ants earlier because I got bit up by them, pulling out weeds. Really aggravating, the whole ants biting me scene. Well, either way, I just know that when I stomp into the ground, I stomp with a pretty heavy amount of force. I've actually destroyed a pair of shoes by stomping on the ground in anger before. So, shoes don't last too long with me if I'm in an angry state. I've always wondered what that little gun in the back was. Is that like a grenade launcher, or is that like a light machine gun? I never really know. Come on, dude, you're in that retarded Elin fucking tank. You couldn't have backed me up there or what, dude? Man. Well, if it's a grenade, I guess I'm not surprised. Why is there artillery falling here? Shouldn't be an artillery strikes falling on spawn. Yeah, that guy could say thank you all he wants, but his ass definitely didn't help me out. Well, I got no credit for that one. Oh, that's cool. A Marauder. A Marauder. I don't know what that is. I just know that little German tank is actually really interesting. That was kind of one of the reasons why I was grinding, you know, the German tech tree, was to get to it. But I kind of gave up grinding the German tech tree once it came to a grinding halt. Because it was starting to take forever to get to the next tank, and even with boosters, it wasn't paying out too well. Literally getting like 99%, 9999, like literally 999% boosters. 999% boosters weren't helping me out with grabbing any kind of like serious XP in Germany anymore. Whenever I'd get those rare boosters. I even ended up with a 999% Silver Lions booster, and that one was great. I only used those boosters whenever it came to, you know, low tier to top tier, which was the KV2. I mostly only did it with the KV2 because of the payout ratio. Oh, that was interesting. That guy's ammunition killed me. And the guy flying the Me-163 missed all of his shots. So, wonder how that happened.
Destroy the target.
I really don't. I'm being sarcastic when I say I wonder how that happened. I'm pretty sure I know how it happened.
Enemy, they're winning. Destroy the target.
Look at that. It's right there, right behind me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm dead.
Guide on me.
Yeah, you're trash, dude, for hiding in the corner over there with your Vickers. Yeah, if you're gonna hide behind that little building, you know, you can't get pissed when someone decides to take a huge airplane dump on you.
Need backup. Need backup. On target. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
No idea what that was, but I definitely knew that guy was aiming for me. Well, yeah, I mean, I've literally used a booster before and had the game throw me from 6.0 to 9.3. So, yeah, wasn't exactly the best time of my life. Sure, I had my KV2 in stock. Did it help? Big time. It helped very, very much. Because when I landed that single one-shot, one-kill and achieved God mode, I was satisfied because the amount of payout I got was 500,000 silver lions. I got 500,000 silver lions because my team won the game. Best game ever, like literally the best game I ever had, because even after that, even after losing my KV2, I proceeded to literally use ATGMs to handle the rest of my business for the rest of the game. Achieved the ultimate payout. I remember that total amount. It was 571,000. It was 500,000 plus 571,930. So it was definitely worth it with the total amount of silver lions that I paid out. However, the amount of team members that were lost, the amount of tanks that were lost, not really suffice. I still lost my KV2 and I had to clean up with the T62M1. So, in a way, didn't pay out too much, but paid out anyways. It was the only time a cursed booster ever worked out for me. Any kind of 999% boosters that I've ever had have always ended in complete catastrophe and a negative $20,000 loss. Usually 20,000 plus. Because around those times when I received those boosters for 999% was when I was using the IS-3, the IS-4, and the IS-10s. Still grinding them. Along with the heavily expensive T-54 models that were also in the lineup. I also had the ZSU 23-4, which wasn't really doing me any favors either. So during that time was probably the only time I ever received any kind of 99% boosters. 999%ers. Those boosters are cursed. Just like the wager boosters where you wager 10,000 to gain, you know, 25. And then that 25 gets put on the stake, and then that 25,000 turns into, I think, 50, then 75, 125, 150, and the most is 250,000 silver lions you can make. Boosters and literal boosters and wagers have been pretty much cursed for me for like a while. They've been pretty much cursed. So how I would rate my booster experience is more or less it's give or take. You get 1/3 or you don't get nothing. So if you want to use boosters, it's pretty much a 1/3 trade-off. 2 of those thirds out of an entire pie are going to be a complete mystery if you're going to get a successful amount of kills or your booster is going to pay out for you. Same thing with any kind of wagers. Wagers are, you got 3/3 of a pie. It's not 4/4. You get 3/3 because one of that third, you're definitely going to get, but the other 2/3 you're not going to get. So those are how wagers are for me. One out of all those thirds you're going to get, and then out of the remaining thirds you're probably not going to get. Because eventually you end up in lobbies where you got all these newbies who just barely unlock these tanks. Like, oh, I just barely unlocked this tank. And somehow you end up with a bunch of teams with noobs on your team. And I've only won once with a team full of noobs. I really gotta keep an eye on that AM1. The AM1 could pose a serious troublesome threat for me. Well, it was worth it. Alright, where's the enemy? I wonder if these high explosive fragmentation rounds are really that good. And yeah, for a second there my network did die for anyone who is watching. I didn't actually think that would actually happen, but it actually did, so I can't scratch that off just easily like that. And I won't have any network issues anytime soon. So whatever's going on with my network, I don't know, but I seem to have suffered a severe spike. Bagel Panzer. Looks like my team has already lost control of the main objective, which means we're not going to recover from this. Yeah, we're not going to recover from this at this rate. Yeah, this was definitely not a landslide victory today. Cool. I should probably carry high explosives with me better and more often. They work much better. Should probably carry high explosives with me more often. Goodbye, you clob. Really, Bagel? You couldn't back me up right there? Screw you, Bagel Panzer. Oh, so I gotta go in there at Captain Canada. That reminds me, I only met Spears the Amazing once, and that was in GTA 5. Kind of a dick. Still going for that Class 3P.
The enemy will win.
Whoops. Hit the microphone. You've got to be kidding me, dude. Yeah, you're not gonna live with me, Todd. I'm really getting tired of that crap happening way too much. Please try to squeeze the trigger on him, man. This game is over. I fucking hate the Class 3P. What the hell is it even doing at my BR anyways? That complete rubbish needs to go somewhere else. I'll add a pink lemonade. No idea what makes me angry in today's society. Therapy sucks. In fact, I'm glad I don't even have a therapist. Because if I had a therapist, he'd probably be trying to shove me into a crazy house so he can make money off of me. If you live in any capital of any city, don't have a therapist because they'll cram you into a nut house. And I guarantee you, they're going to try to make every bang for their buck they can off of you. Because they're going to say you have so many problems that need to be fixed, when in reality, there was only one. People want to hear about your past, that is true. But your past shouldn't really define much of who you are. But at the same time, it's what mentally scarred you, that left you the way you are. What the hell are you? Oh, you're a swing fire. You're that weird little freaking United Kingdom tank. We call it a swing fire, but it takes you 10 seconds to reload. personally really wouldn't buy a swing fire, considering a missile has to fly up first to be useful. Centurion Mark 5-1. T-54 hanging out over here too. Scout that one.
Enemy forces have captured control.
Mark 5-1 has been annihilated. Well, kind of higher down the hill.
Forces have captured a zone.
Attack the A point.
Yeah, that's perfect. Nobody will notice me parked here too well. However, I know that SBAA is right there, so I should really avoid it. How did that not affect him if all those missiles hit him? There's no way they just bounced off of that guy. Well, back to painting targets for a good picture. Ah, well, if he's right there in the open, I should just go bloop. Have a nice fire.
Reloading.
Two Object 906s have emerged. It's not very good. T-62, huh? Really gotta be careful with this tank now. I'm running on literally the last salvo on the next run.
Our victory is near.
We got T-34 Heavy just trying to snipe from the corner. Another T-34 Heavy. Yep, looks like he started paying attention to me. Not good.
Attack the A point.
That might scare him off for just a moment. Considering how close that was, it probably will stave him off for just a moment. Nope, it's popping back out. Definitely gonna be hard to get this done. Leopard 1. Here comes APDS and Hesh. Okay, I can make it. Yes, I made it. I literally avoided complete annihilation by luck. I assume the T-34 was waiting for me to come flying around the corner.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Final salvo.
Somebody attack him.
Allied forces have captured the zone.
Well, I better reload because my life depends on it now.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Destroy the target. Reloading.
Better just put it like this. Got no ammo. Alright guys, well, probably gonna have to, well, I'm not gonna cut the game short right here. But I'll have to come back, I guess after like maybe one more game. And then I'm gonna go drop off the clothes to the baby. Gotta keep myself punctual. This will probably take a bit of my stress away too. Seeing and holding the kid for a little bit.
Keep it up and victory will be ours.
Well, if I get real lucky, can't do no. What was that thing called? It's like way too many vehicles dead over there, and all that black cloud of smoke is really making it hard to see. Should probably make sure I get my last salvo in.
Somebody attack him.
So I reload this final salvo. Should be easy to paint the floor. Hold on.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Oh, looks like that guy decided to jump off the cliff.
Oh, excellent.
Excellent.
Might as well. Other than that, let's take a look. Gotta make sure she received the pictures of what I sent her. Just to make sure that her house guest isn't, you know, erasing messages, because I've had conversations with her before, and her house guests who need to use her phone from time to time have erased her messages that I've sent her.
So I just need to make sure she's received the images of what I sent, because this is what I'm bringing. Like, I'm bringing about $150 of clothes to a child. Well, it's like 150 plus, but point being is, I'm bringing quite a lot of clothes to a baby. I'm gonna squeeze in one more game, and then I gotta go handle my, parental business. Which I'm not gonna say I'm ashamed of, because there's nothing to be ashamed of with that situation. It's all smiles and happiness there. It's just rainbows. The only thing that I hope in my life is that nobody takes the time to poison a kid's mind. Because, at that point, there's like no point sparing that person. But I want a kid to grow up well, but I don't want the kid to be poisoned from the mind either. Man. Literally blowing up earlier was probably one of the weirdest things that actually relieved me of stress. Not gonna lie, it actually relieved me of some stress blowing up. Once you get so frustrated that it actually gives you pounding headaches.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Attention to the map.
Well, I guess none of you have ever gotten that frustrated before in your life where your head started pounding. Point being is that frustration is like, it's just bad in general to be frustrated.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Alright, that's cool. She got the pictures. Means I don't have to worry about anyone else trying to claim credit for what I send. Because I've already had that happen once where I sent the kid clothes, diapers. Like, I've had that incident before where I've sent the kid clothes and diapers before, and somebody had pretty much said they went to the store and bought all those clothes, the diapers, the food. I experienced an issue where all that happened, so I didn't really like it when somebody decided to steal the clothes and the diapers and everything, and that made me look really bad because, I came through for the child when they didn't have anything. No diapers, no clothes, no onesie for sleeping. I come through for the kid, and, this person decides to go ahead and steal that. The Falcon can sit where it's at. I don't care. I'm getting rid of the hot model. That should land right on top of it. There goes the hot. And this is a Rolls-Royce jet, by the way. For anyone who's actually wondering, that thing is powered by 2 Rolls-Royce jet engines. The company that makes the Rolls-Royce car that everyone wants to have.
Somebody attack him.
They actually made that jet. They made the engines, they made the body, and it was called a Meteor. Well, I hope your crew enjoyed that survey. I hope this guy reloads soon because I feel like running up on this loser. Really? A fucking Falcon? Fucking poser.
Attention to the map.
Unfortunately for me, I just pop out the M42.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Go. take a dump on your freaking enemy aerial units. Hey, come back, man. I just want to sock you in the mouth.
Attention to the map.
I didn't do too bad. Well, looks like this game might not end on a high note. Either way, it should be suffice. I'm not gonna argue over it on this part.
Attack the sea point.
That reminds me, I got a sender. I'm finna come through. Alright, I'm finna come through. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell her I'm finna come through.
Attack the
Oh, well, I guess that was targeted at me. Someone took a dump on the Falcon before I could. Should probably move. Anytime there's a freaking fire on those vehicles. Seems to really not benefit me too much. Alright, she asked me where I was at.
Zone captured. We have the advantage.
Alright, on the way. This game is gonna end pretty soon. With the current landslide victory we're holding on this thing, it's gonna end pretty soon. I'm gonna plant the 2 artillery right there. Well, they just appeared there, but they're not over the horizon yet. Oh no, they're right there. Either way, I'm finna come through out there, go do this whole dropping off hundreds of dollars of baby clothes off. See if next time it'll be baby food. Some fresh diapers too. I also gotta find her some shoes too. Right now, as of recent, the store seems to be completely sold out apparently on shoes for her size, which is really weird for me. So, gonna have to do an online thing for that one. I'll have to order some Filas or something. Or maybe some freaking Nikes. Not no Jordans. I don't want my kid growing up with that in mind. Jordans might be comfortable, but after a hot minute, those shoes turn into hot, sweaty garbage. Not literally, but to wear them becomes irritating to the skin. It actually gave my brother athlete's foot after about a week. So I felt bad for my older brother. After about a week of him wearing a pair of Jordans, he got athlete's foot terribly. And it wasn't even the socks or the shampoo he was using. And in fact, his feet are in really terrible condition because of Jordans. So, no Jordans for my kid. Alright guys, I'm about to go ahead and call it a stream. I'll be back later, but with some Super Mario 64. Because I'm going to go old school. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go old school. I need to check to see if I even have it in stock first.
Definitely got it.
So, I'll be coming through later with some Super Mario 64. It's not going to be a speed run. It's going to be a pretty casual play out with a slightly damaged controller. Because the controller was like purchased around like 2012, 2013, around that range in time. So it's a rather old game controller that was originally purchased for a PlayStation 3. See you guys later. Like and subscribe. You know, I'm not going to force you guys. I'm not going to put a gun to your head. You know, if you enjoyed what you saw, you enjoyed it. And anxiety nonstop. I really appreciated you hanging around the stream and just being there with amazing comments and stuff like that. It's been real, dude. So thanks for being there, because normally I don't know. The words you have are very useful, and it kind of kept my mind from splitting in two, because I probably would have broke down crying in tears or something like that. So thanks. Really appreciate it, man. Y'all have a good day. I'll be back in like maybe an hour or two. I'm going to spend like maybe 3-4 hours with her. I'll probably be back like maybe, so if it's like 4 hours, I'll probably be back like maybe 9-ish, 9:30, 10 p.m. It'll probably be around that time. So, yeah, probably like maybe 9-ish, 10:30. If I'm not there longer than an hour, it's probably because she's busy. And I probably won't have time to hang out with the kid either. So, it's kind of a 60-40 split at the moment. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. I appreciate you hanging around. I'm going to come back with some Super Mario 64. And the reason why I want to play it is because I haven't played that game in like forever. So I want to try playing it again. It's not going to be a speed run or anything like that. I'm not going to try to make no world records or anything like that, because trying for world records is like giving yourself an aneurysm or a straight up migraine. There's going to be no hacks, no flips, no flops, nothing. I haven't played the game since I was like, I think 14 was the last time I played the game, and I still don't remember how to get most of the stars. So it's mostly a puzzle for me. Can't wait to enjoy it when I get back. That'll be the next upcoming stream. Thanks for being there. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back in a little bit. Peace out. I don't think it's going to let me close the stream unless I exit the game. So I got to exit the game too. Okay, now that the game is exited, it's laying an egg right now because a quarter of my screen just turned black, while the rest of it still is, you know, functional. I can move items around. It kind of overlaps the giant square. So, got to pull out the control manager. Okay, it finally shut down the game. Alright, thanks for hanging around. I'll be back whenever I come back, assuming I have time to hang out with my kid. If not, I'm probably going to be all day, or like late afternoon on Saturday. I'll probably be over there till like maybe 9 p.m. Really depends. I'll be back to play some classic Nintendo 64.
Assuming Nintendo doesn't try to sue me for playing it.